Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha, and I'm so grateful that you guys are listening and subscribing and commenting on my channel. I really appreciate all the support and all of the love that you guys have been sending me. In this video, I want to speak to you guys about a question one of the listeners, viewers, commenters had, and she placed it on in the comments saying, her husband had been door slammed by her brother, and they were both INFJs, which I found fascinating. Two INFJs in one family. What are the chances, right? So I actually don't know if I actually believe that entirely, but I mean it is possible. Obviously, anything is possible. So yeah, the brother, her husband's brother, door slammed the husband, and obviously the husband's kind of going through some emotional stuff. Now, that in itself is a trigger for me, or like a warning or a red flag for me, because I have been door slammed before by an INFJ, and I've I've done a video on this. When two INFJs door slam each other, how it happens. So I have done a video on this. So if you're listening, please go watch that one. But the reason I wanted to do a video on this is that if you have been door slammed by an INFJ, and if you're an INFJ yourself, it's a non-sequitur. It's a non-event. Really, it is not. It's not even something that's going to bother you or is going to be on your radar. If you really, I mean, yeah, if it was my brother who door slammed me, maybe I would feel a little bit for a few seconds. And I think to myself, what's going on here? And what did I do wrong? And I try to fix it. But in general, if someone door slams me, and I've had an INFJ door slam me before, I actually appreciated it. And maybe this is kind of a weird thing to say, but I thought to myself, okay, so this person doesn't want to be in my life anymore, obviously. I mean, like, they wouldn't door slam. I know when I door slam someone, it's a big deal. So obviously something in me triggered that person or caused them to not like me, and so they've door slammed me, right? So who am I to judge them for doing that? Because I do that all the time myself, right? And so if they really felt the need to door slam me, that was such a big step for them to take against me. If they really needed it and they really felt that it was necessary, then who am I to make judgments about it? How can I say, oh, you're wrong or you're right? I can't do that, because when I door slam someone else, I don't expect them to make judgments like that, and I ignore them if they do make judgments like that, right? And so I try to really hard put myself in their shoes, right? I said, okay, what if I door slam someone and they came back to me saying, oh, why did you do that, right? I don't know. I don't really know if everyone is going to look at it exactly the same way. I obviously have no idea. I am not an expert in this kind of stuff. I'm only going to tell you guys what I think from my perspective. And if someone door slammed me, I would think of it as a non-event. I would actually appreciate them for doing it, for taking themselves out of my life, because obviously we're not melding with each other, we're not contributing to each other's life. Obviously, there's a reason why they door slam me. People don't door slam without any particular reason. There's a reason for it always, and if there's such a strong reason for them not to want to be in my life anymore, then I appreciate that. Great, good for you. I'm glad you took that step. I'm glad that you removed yourself from my life. One less person for me to worry about, one less person for me to deal with. And also, if you really don't like me that much and you really don't want to be in my life, then who am I to force you to be in my life, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to do that to someone, right? It's not the right way to deal with someone, especially when we door slam someone. We don't want them to be in our life constantly prodding and poking at us saying, why did you do it? Why aren't you friends with me anymore? La, 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 right? So I wouldn't want to do that. So I wouldn't want someone else to do that to me. So I would want exactly the same way. I wouldn't want to deal with them exactly the same way, right? And so when someone does door slam me, I just let it go. I don't think about it. I don't talk about it. I will journal a little bit about it, thinking, what did I do wrong and how can I improve myself, for sure, because that's a really important lesson that the universe is sending towards us. And if we're not going to take that lesson from this person, it's going to come from another person somewhere else, right? So we need to make sure that we keep on learning from these door slams. So if someone does door slam, you really try to understand why, what happened there, what did you do wrong. Perhaps you didn't do anything wrong. Perhaps it's just the fact that you don't get along with each other, because you're not it's not necessary for us to get along with every person on this planet. In fact, those people who want to be friends with everyone and who want no one to hate them, I find them really irksome as well, because I don't like you. Why do I have to like everyone, right? So let's kind of give them that space and let them do what they need to do. That's something that's necessary for them to feel comfortable, in order to feel balanced. And if that's something that they really, really need to do, then we should allow them to have that space and that moment, right? And so I'll journal, and I'll get over it right quickly, because I don't really have attachments to people. I've done a video on this before. We don't miss people. I know, this is one of my knowings. It's a fact in my life that people are temporary. Not only because people die, which is a fact of life, so they will disappear from your life because of that reason, but also because people have changed their interest. People move away. People get married. People get dogs and babies. I mean, like, people do other things, right? And they will move out of your life and come into your life and move out. Like, new people come in, old people go out. Like, it's a constant revolving door of relationships and friendships and acquaintanceships. So it's like we don't have attachments. I don't have attachments to people. So if they do door slamming, great, awesome. Really nice knowing you. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for giving me all the knowledge that you gave me. Thank you for all the lessons you taught me. And I hope you have a great life. And then that's it. And then as soon as that happens, maybe it's just me, but a person comes into my life almost right away. It's such a weird thing. It's really a revolving door in my life, actually, because the minute I lose someone, the same moment almost, another person comes into my life that fills in the gap. I guess it's like a universe thing. Like, there's no vacuum in this world. There's always, if there is an empty space, it's always going to be filled up by something, right? So I've never really had this thing in my life or my heart where I feel resentment if someone wants to leave me and never talk to me again. If they need to do that, if they really need to do that for their own sanity, then who am I to say don't do that? I mean, I appreciate that. I really love that, because they're saying to me, I'm sorry, you're not part of my life anymore. C'est la vie, right? Or ciao, or whatever it might be. So I can't judge it, because I do that to people all the time myself. I door slam people, so how can I judge others for door slamming me? Does that make sense? Maybe I kind of should have just said that, but I really wanted to kind of explain my reasoning or thought process behind it. So if you are listening, the person who asked me the question, I don't know if this is helpful. I hope it is. Maybe show it to your husband and see how he feels about it. If he has any other questions, he can always message me here, or if he wants to do it privately, he can email me at boomshikha@themillionairehippie.com. All of my contact information is in the description below, okay? Right, hopefully this helps you guys. If you guys have any questions or any feedback or any suggestions, let me know, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.